Hey, dope people. It's your girl Paisley. I'm the Mindset Makeover Maven and the Dope Life Movement Creator. And for those of you who don't know, it's my mother freaking birthday. Actually, right now, today. So I decided why not relaunch Sippin' and Soul Speak for my B Day. It's a pivot, right? Phase 54 is where we're at, and I'm outside. I'm in Vegas. Not necessarily one of my most favorite places to be. However, I've been pleasantly surprised the entire time that I have been here. I'm here for a conference. I was pleasantly surprised by all of the things that transpired, all of the new connections that I've made, all of the support that I've received. And then on today, I received another surprise. So somebody said, I'm gonna send this girl some mimosas. And there's only a few people who knew where I was and what was going on and where I was actually staying. So I got this from room service. It was quite a surprise, but I called the most likely culprit who would actually do this, my BFF. And she had sent this bottle to me. So we're gonna kick off Sipping and Soul Speak with a mimosa. So shots fired. So cheers to the relaunch, the reboot, or whatever we want to call it, of Sippin' and Soul Speak. I'm gonna have this Prosecco, and I'm gonna pop a little bit of this OJ in here. You can do whatever you like with yours. You can do sparkling cider. There's a lot of options when it comes to mimosas. I like mine to be light skinned, so therefore just a little splish of juice in mine. So cheers to everyone out there in Sippin' and Soul Speak land. And I just wanted to jump back in. Sippin' and Soul Speak, the platform's going to be very different. It's going to look very different. However, it's going to be a lot of the same stuff, right? So you still got me. You still got what we're sipping on. And you can sip on whatever it is that your soul desires. Earlier, I was just sipping on tonic water. Tonic water and bitters has been one of my things. It's non-alcoholic. It gives you a little splish of effervescence. For me, it's good. The bitters are kind of good for your digestive system and all of that. So do what makes you happy and do things in moderation. So we're going to get into it right now. This is phase 54. Phase 54 is the pivot. Pivoting in my life for power and presence, right? I want to be perfectly poised and powerfully present in all the things that I do, being super intentional about that thing, being in the spaces and places where you are celebrated and not tolerated, being in the spaces and places where you've curated a group of individuals that desire to be there, not just to be there, if that makes any sense, right? Sometimes we have people who are surrounding us because of access versus surrounding us because we can pour into each other. I think that while we pour into our own cups or our glasses or whatever stemware of choice you have, we need to be able to pour into others, and we need to allow people the permission to pour into you. One of the things that I learned just recently, right? And I don't want to say I learned it, but was just really an aha moment about myself and how I move. I'm a type of person, I don't like to inconvenience anyone. I don't want to make it so that you are inconvenienced. I will inconvenience myself before I would allow someone else to be inconvenienced for me. And my middle son lives in Arizona, and he wanted to come and visit me while I was in Vegas, but I knew what I was here for. I had a lot of things going back to back to back for the conference, and I realized afterwards that I probably should have let him do what he wanted to do. And so that's a part of me like, oh, he doesn't need to come all the way out here. Oh, he doesn't need to do this. He doesn't need to do that. But he's a grown ass man at this point. And if that man want to come see his mama for her birthday, I should have allowed him to do what he wanted to do and just allowed him to celebrate me. And I got a birthday text message today that said something very similar about allow someone to celebrate you this week and this weekend. And so that really hit home for me, of a person who's always willing and ready to go out of my way to celebrate other people and to do things for them, but not necessarily always allowing people the space to do that for me. And sometimes that feels like super independence, but that super independence is really a trauma response of having to be independent and not being able to just really walk into the softness of my femininity. So I accept that, and that's my pivot. Me to walk into the era of allowing others to who want to, right, to celebrate me. Sometimes we want people to do things that they don't have any desire to do, and then we're disappointed by their inaction. And that is just setting yourself up for failure every single time. So we got to pivot. We got to move. We gotta shake. We gotta bounce boogie rocks. Whatever we gotta do to get out of that space and move into the space where we are poised, powerfully, and just present, right? And perfectly present. So that is my pivot in phase 54. I hope that little piece of advice, that little piece of sharing a little bit about me is allowing you to figure out where you need to pivot and how you need to perfectly poise yourself for the opportunity to be present. Listen, y'all know I love birthdays, and this year I wasn't feeling it. I was like, I gotta go to Vegas. I don't necessarily love it there. I was really like, this is not what I want to do with my with my birthday, with my life. I hadn't planned anything. Last year we had a whole Paisley Palooza. There was something going on all month, and I just didn't feel like celebrating. But I need to learn how to be celebrated and to celebrate. So I think that everything is working out the way that it's intended. I think that there's always a master plan, and it's not always our master plan. It's not the plan that we necessarily put in place for ourselves, but it is the plan nonetheless that is going to set you up for success in the next things that are coming in your life. And so you have to be able and willing to celebrate those things and allow that movement to take place. When we're always trying to be in control of each and everything and every movement, it's too restrictive, right? It doesn't allow the flow of the necessary energy to get you where you need to be. And so we wonder why we're stuck in spaces and places that we should not be. Is because we've not released the things that we need to release and allow the universe and the powers that be to give us what it is that they're trying to give us, because we need control. So release a little bit of it. Allow yourself to live in the moment. I don't always do that. I am very much a structured and planned person, but I'm just moving in the moment. I got to see, when I got here, a young lady that used to work with me, and that was just it was just amazing. And then I've not had any necessary plans outside of what was planned for me for the conference, and I'm getting ready to visit with another friend of mine that I haven't seen. She moved to Vegas, and then tomorrow I have another friend of mine who is actually in Vegas for a conference, and I'm going to get to spend a few moments with her and all of that good stuff. So listen, I'm excited about Phase 54. I'm excited about the movement. I'm excited about the pivot. I'm excited that there are people out there who love me, who care about me enough to send me mimosas as a surprise. I'm not easy to surprise. Send me mimosas as a surprise and to just really celebrate me. Even people on my team today, they were, someone bought me a mimosa this morning, and then someone else, after all of our events this morning, they bought me a mimosa, and then someone came by and they were getting ready to go to get on their flight so they could leave, and they were like, here, get yourself a cocktail later on. And I was like, oh my gosh. My whole region, actually my whole entire zone, not my region, my zone, everybody in my zone who was here at this conference, they sang happy birthday to me. Anybody who knows me, like, I'm not that person that you surprise. And I was so surprised, but I just took in the moment, and was so thankful. I'm so grateful to be around the folks that I get to be around, and not that I have to be around, that I get to be around, to be able to learn things and to move in a different way. And so that is super, super exciting for me. So I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever is coming forward. I know it's all good things, and so I am super happy about that. So cheers to 54 years of Phase 54. We're gonna pause, right? Because I've been on a power pause, and that's why you guys haven't seen me. I've been on a power pause. I had to pause so that I could reset and return that power that I have, and just be able to soar and bring the things back that I have done in the past. And everybody's asked where I've been, and I'm here, and just took some time to step away and do the things that I needed to do so that I can move differently. So Sippin and Soul Speak will not be live, but we will release Sippin and Soul Speak. So you can still comment whatever it is that you're sipping on. And we don't care what it is. Anything from sparkling water to sparkling wine, everything in between and beyond is your choice. Just do things in moderation and do it responsibly. So all of those things, just remember for yourself to provide yourself permission to pause, right? So that you can pivot into your power. And make sure that you tell us in the comments what it is that you're sipping on, and come back. Keep coming back for Sippin and Soul Speak. We want you to be dope because you are dope on purpose. See you soon.